Welcome back, folks, for our next installment of the Dawnguard questlines, Team Dawnguard. Emerging from our Darkfall Cave, this is our first glimpse of the Forgotten Vale, and wow, is it massive. Folks, it's kind of like the Soul Cairn all over again, so that being said, buckle up because you're going to be here a while. Alright, so immediately up and to the left, you'll come across this troll with this little loot spot. Not much going on here. There's going to be all these little side trails. Ooh, that's worthwhile. So yeah, before I got distracted by shiny stuff, there's all these little, like, paths and trails that go every which way. So the Forgotten Vale, you know, is already pretty massive in and of itself. But then you've got all these little side trails you can go explore. Now, I'm not going to say all of them, but most of them have some kind of loot at the end of them. So, you know, I would recommend, if you're really into, like, checking every little nook and cranny for loot, boy, are you in for a treat with this one. Okay, speaking of other little side trails, I just came across another. Yeah, when I say this stuff is everywhere, it's everywhere. Even if something doesn't quite look like it's supposed to be a trail, if you can transverse it, you might want to take a moment. Alright guys, make mental note of that stone structure there. We came in way over there to the right, just to kind of give you bearing where I'm at. Now unfortunately, there's not really a map here. I mean, kind of, sort of, but you can't really get a good angle on it. As long as you got your quest markers highlighted, you know, that'll really help you out here. Alright, so one more time, there's another walking trail that goes up to the left. Oh, we got trouble. They hurt a little, but they're not terrible. As long as you don't just stand there and let them wail on you, you know, it shouldn't be too bad. Gold, baby. Alright, now that's gonna turn around and kind of loop into this spider dungeon. Are you running? Was running. It's unusual to see a spider run. I'll take it. Alright folks, so make a mental note of this landmark, or the spider spot I'll call it. I'm going to kind of go back now from where we came. There's more looting to do over here, believe it or not. Yeah folks, this place is just absolutely massive. So we came in down there, and I'm at the other end of the valley now. And there might be a couple of ore nodes along the valley floor, so you might want to take a quick peek around. Also be aware of wildlife. And having all this gold and silver is really going to help us to craft all that jewelry out. See, I'll be resetting smithing here real soon. Probably right about the time I get ready to do some house crafting. Alright, go ahead and talk to your Spectre. Alright, we got another Ewer, whatever, basin. And you'll notice the one place we can go is back to Darkfall Passage, so clearly we don't want to do that right now. And as we open up these in this area, that'll, you know, generate more and more ways that we can go. But for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and, you know, finish looting this area. I'll call this the starting out area. I thought there was something. I couldn't quite see him. Okay, so that's the deal, the Spectre we just talked to. And that cave is right over here on our left where I just killed that Falmer. So real out of the way, you almost have to know it's here, or you wouldn't even know.
I knew I'd
chest on the lower path. And I'm going to take the upper path because there's a pull chain here. And as you can see, it just opened a door on the other end of the little cave here. Okay, we got some more fun stuff. Alright guys, so you gotta work your way kind of up. And we have some more bad boy trouble, it looks like. Kind of hard to see unless you're looking right down into it. Okay, that pull chain just, you know, recloses that door. Alright guys, winding our way down, you're going to come to this thing. Now, this is one of those weird things in Skyrim that I never understood. I found this by accident one day, and I was like, whoa, mama, got all excited. And it doesn't really do much. That thing there, Shell Bug Chitin. So yeah, you can craft those at the forges under the Misk, Shell Bug Helmet, I think they call it. And I don't know, it's just one of those weird Skyrim things. It doesn't really have a use, a purpose. It's just kind of like this really cool thing that could have been. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this cave. Just go back out the way you came in. And I'm going to complete this, you know, beginning area here. You can already start seeing the stonework, and there's the stone archway. So I'm just going to kind of, you know, creep left and follow the ridgeline of the cliff wall here. And careful, I got stuck in these before. Sometimes there's an opening, and it's real hard to worm your way out. You have to like spam that jump button and just try, you know, pointing your cursor different directions. Here's another walking path. Another little loot spot, although there's really not much here.
Beautiful Skyrim, always heard about.
Alright, going back down that path. There was another way I could have gone, so I'm going to go investigate that before I do anything. Okay, now this just takes us back to the entrance. So I went full circle now. So I'm back at the beginning now. Hopefully now you guys have a better frame of reference as to where we're at and how we did that. I basically just did a real big massive loop in this, you know, beginning area. And that's how I was able to find all those pathways, ore nodes, and cave entrance. But for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and proceed on through, right through the middle here. And there's that stone archway. And this will eventually lead me back up to where the spider sacks were. We're going to go through another stone archway here. Wow, he dipped and my arrow went right over him. Okay, he can live for now, I suppose. Alright, so continuing up our pathway here. Here is Spider Sack Central. Oh, he's giving me another chance. These things are surprisingly tough to hit. Jeez, look at that. He's like a zigzagger. Okay, that one should have hit. Look at that, that was here the whole time. Alright guys, just proceed on through Spider Sack Central. And that's gonna open up into a whole nother section of the Vale here.
Never saw anything like
When I said this place was massive, I was not underselling. Okay, so now make mental note. We've got some like waterfall stuff going on, and we've also got these frozen waterfall things. I don't know what else to call them. So we'll just call this Frozen Waterfall Central. And if we go to the left, you'll notice another stone gate. And guys, there's lots of little, you know... So there's Spider Sack Central we just came down from, and right off to the right immediately you're going to see a skeleton. And guys, it's that Julbus Opus pages all over again with these stupid books. No book volume 1. And yeah, the guy in the Arcanium, he wants to see those. Alright, so from Dead Man's Chest, we're going to go ahead and veer right. And we're just going to follow the water line for the time being. Diamond, baby. Nice. And that's going to kind of, you know, take you to a waterfall. And I think there's a couple of more hidden goodies back in here somewhere, or node. Sapphire, nice. Yeah, jewelry crafting, that is not going to be a problem when I reset that smithing. It's like a troll, but it's called a frost giant. And the reason these are important is they have these paragons, and there's different colors. This one's amethyst. See, I'll try to take you to all those as well, because there's a puzzle that needs those paragons coming up here. Alright guys, we have arrived at our waterfall. Now there's an ore node over here, but wow, it's tough to get to. It's right by the waterfall, so of course, you know, the water current, you gotta just kind of spam jump your way out of there. And then following the river. Okay, now there's a whole another part to this. Notice all of a sudden we have stairs. There's my waterfall. So now we're actually up above that waterfall. And I'm still kind of on this pathway, but I'm not going to zig left, I'm going to zig right. Because there's another waterfall up here, and you notice there's another giant down there. Howdy doody. Okay, so from here I'm just going to go ahead and hop down and do my looting. But do not forget the corpse of that giant we just killed. Oh yeah, here we go. Check that out. And I'm not going to go through there just yet. You know, I tend to get shiny rock syndrome here, so first things first, I'm going to loot that giant's corpse. I want my Paragon, and there's another ore node over here. Sapphire Paragon. Alright guys, go ahead and make your way back over. Now that portal, there's several of these. And this is in addition to the other buildings that we've been teleporting through so far. And that brings us to a chest. A chest we couldn't get to before, but we can now. And in case you're wondering, yes, this is the same cave we've already trekked through, so there's no point in jumping down to do any exploring because we've already been here. So to get back, make your way back through the portal. Fun, fun, fun. Alright, I should be able to get back on path now where that stairwell was. Now remember, that's Ice Falls or whatever, Frozen Falls. And we're not done with Frozen Falls yet, but before we go that way and do more, I'm going to explore the rest of this pathway and see where it leads if I had zigged left instead of right. Okay, so now we're up above Frozen Falls. Okay, yeah, so this is a giant loop around. So we can go that way, you know, past Frozen Falls and go to the left down that valley. But either way, we're going to end up topside. Maybe I'll do this in first person. There's a great big flat icy lake up there. And guys, that's a fight. I think there's 2 or 3 dragons that are going to come out at you at once. So there's a trick to that, and this is why I've been working so hard on my conjuring, and I'm going to demonstrate that before I get into that dragon fight over there. But I wanted to kind of point out, because again, this place is just super massive, super complex. Do not go that way yet. Following that path and that river trail, that goes way, way, way away from where we're at now, and that's kind of a one-way trip. So we're going to circle back around and hit that later, probably after I do the big Frozen Lake dragon fight. And notice there's another building over there that will be activating on the way. But for right now, guys, again, you know, just to make sure we all stay on the same page and nobody gets lost, I'm going to go ahead and go back to Frozen Falls. So I'm going to go ahead and get back on track now, go back down the way I came, and we're going to get past Frozen Falls and finish looting the area here. And I do believe there's another dead man's chest on the right-hand side here somewhere. And from what I remember, this one was hidden pretty well. It was camouflaged or just tough to see, one of those two. I can't really remember. We got another ore node there. Another ore node. There we go. Okay, so yeah, real well hidden. I was not underselling that statement. So there was Spider Central. There was the first dead man's chest right about there where my cursor's pointing. So literally right across the river, you'll be able to see him tucked away behind those ice sheets. Wow, right behind me. For right now, I'm just going to kind of stick to the right, and there's another building over there, by the way. It's right there where my cursor's pointing. But I'll try to do this systematically here and just kind of show you guys the goods. Another waterfall. No shortage of those here. And another dead man's chest. And another one of those ice things. Oh, that's a good satchel. Wow, I think that's, So FYI, yeah, the skeleton was holding that. And I don't think I have Paralyze yet, so I'll definitely be enchanting that. Or disenchanting, I should say. Alright, I'm going to finish kind of working this side, and then I'll loop back around for the other side of the shoreline. And I think there's another book coming up right around here somewhere. Oh. Let's hook up a clock. I'm telling you guys, you can set your time to that. Alright, now notice there's another stone structure up here, a stone archway. And, you know, before I get us too confused or too lost, I'm going to just go up there and show you guys we circled back around now, and we're at the top of the frozen lake. But again, I don't want to get too close and trigger that dragon fight just yet. But yeah, we're going to end up here eventually. I just wanted to show you guys we are now connected on the other end. I really don't think there's any loot up here. It was just more or less the pathway to get up there to the lake. But just to be on the safe side, I'll jump down and... Okay, there is an ore node here. A couple of them, possibly. Alright guys, once again, point of no return. So this waterfall here, once you go in there, you get swept away and you can't get back. I mean, you can, but it's a long way through like a river cave, so to speak. So yeah, we're not going to go that way. But do make mental note of it, you know. If you really like exploring and checking nooks and crannies and, you know, seeing how everything connects, sure, go for it. So just to make sure I won't get swept away. Alright, so time for the other shoreline. So there's another stone archway. I'm going to go up top side here, see what there is to see. Okay, that's our building. Go ahead and talk to your Spectre.
You've reached.
Alright, go ahead and do your Ewer. And once again, we get a portal back to Darkfall Passage, but check this out. Portal Shrine of Sight. Now that was back on that other one that I activated in the beginning section. So you can see we're starting to get options here now. And guys, just as a general rule, you're going to want to loot everything. All the alchemy stuff that's growing. Reason being, it's like a reverse trail of breadcrumbs. This way if you get yourself lost or turned around and you all of a sudden notice that everything's been looted, you'll already know you've been there. But, you know, speaking of getting lost, there's a building we just activated, so just continuing up the shoreline here. So I didn't see that dead man's chest I was thinking of, but you know, my lines get crossed and it's been a while, so I might be mistaken on that. I actually think we're good to go. That's pretty much it for Frozen Falls here. And going up this way, that's back up to Spider Central, and here's that first dead man's chest we came across, just to give you a frame of reference where I'm at. But for right now, I need to get up top side there. That's going to be our giant frozen lake with the big dragon fight. So I'm across the river from our newly discovered building here, and I'm going to go ahead and trek back up the way I went the first time to get back up to that lake. And folks, I mentioned a trick for helping out with this dragon fight, and I've been holding my perks specifically for this. So Cody Golden Boy, you asked me what I was going to do with my perks after resetting alchemy. This is it, man. Twin Souls. 2 Flame Astronauts, plus the one Serana's going to cast if she ever figures out how to get up here. Plus my Ash Guardian. I don't want to cast that one right now because, you know, that's wasting a heart stone or whatever they're called. But yeah, I'm going to have 3 casts going. Serana will have her cast going. And if there's something deadling around that she can resurrect, that'll be 5 things going besides Serana and I wailing at these dragons. So yeah, the more targets you can give the dragons, the better. And guys, on another note, this ice is not completely solid all the way across. So definite safety tip there, stay away from the waterfalls. It opens up and you can get caught under the ice and you can get swept up in a current. And once again, that current can rush you away to another part of the Vale here. So, you know, it's going to be real hard to remember that when you're in the middle of, you know, fighting multiple dragons all at once. You know, you might actually, you know, just accidentally fall in the lake. But the best advice I can give you is stick to the right over there where there's good amount of solid ground. Do your casting over there, and it should help you out a lot with the fight. And before we go over there, save that game. That's an out-of-the-way ore node. Okay, so just to kind of show you now what that looks like, yeah, definitely don't go in the water here. Or, you know, anywhere for that matter, but sometimes by the waterfalls that current is stronger and you really can't get back out. Okay, crap, I initiated that dragon fight and I am not in the right spot to be doing this. So I was just trying to, you know, make sure I wasn't missing loot there. And the bad thing too, guys, is these dragons are going to dive bomb you, and when they do, they punch more holes in the ice, case in point. So that's why I say you're going to want to be on good, solid ground here for this fist fight. And this is my battle arena of choice, just because I know it's all solid ground here, and even if this little bit of ice breaks, it's okay. You get your casts out. Now, unfortunately, the flame astronauts, sometimes they'll spawn underwater, which is terrible, you know, and just waste all that magic. Okay, and you're also going to want to arm up, suit up, and eat up for this fight. So I'm going to fortify my armor. I'm going to want to resist fire. And shame on me, I don't have any resist frost potions, but you'd probably want to drink that too. So to compensate, I'll use my frost boots for this fight. Make sure you're using your good bow and it's all charged up. And last but not least, that marksman potion so we can get these things dead as quickly as humanly possible. Okay, and they're named dragons. So you saw I just one-shot that sucker, and I didn't even like get him from a sneaked position, so that's just straight up damage we did. Okay, now that's 2. Okay, so yeah, there's 3 total. I did not one-shot him, but I'm pretty sure my conjures will finish him off. And there's good old Mirak. I need to get that done so he stops, you know, popping into my game here. Well, at least he didn't steal them all. Maybe the followers aren't allowed to come up here. That could be. It's been a while since I've done this level, and yeah, I seem to remember something like this before, too. So guys, go ahead and go up top side here, do your looting. And you got a word wall. So I wasn't paying too much attention there. If all 3 dragons were fire spitters, you would have been better off drinking the fire potion and then doing the fire boots. That just gives you even more flame protection there. Go ahead and make your way northwest from the frozen lake. You'll only find another kind of like... This is going to take us up to another building we need to get activated.
You arrived, child.
Okay, well he's taking, you know, 2,000 years to get that thing opened up. I'm going to run back and make sure I didn't miss any goodies here. I don't know. Kind of feeling like there's something going on up here. I was able to just walk up. I didn't have to spam jump or anything. Okay. This is a wraparound. We don't want to do this right now. So notice this river and the land bridge, and there's like a lot of those land bridges, by the way. So maybe I can get down here and just kind of show you without, you know, messing up video. So notice, okay, there's some Falmer over there. Doggone it, I did it anyway. Okay, so yeah, make mental note of that. More moonstone, baby. Loving it. Alright, he finally got the building erected. Alright, folks, so go ahead and do your Ewer. And same type of deal. Darkfall. And now we got a couple of more options. Yeah, I had to warp away and come back to fix Serana. So, you know, if you guys are having an issue with your follower, just do that as a last resort. Alright, so heading north from that building we just unlocked. And guys, I said make mental note of that river. It's right down here. It's probably hard to see on my screen. It's getting all like foggy and snowy. But that's it nonetheless. Okay, now notice the land bridge. And we have options. We can either, you know, do stuff down on the ground level where the water is, or I should say the stream level, or we can go up topside here, and I'm going to be doing both. Reason being is there's loot on both. So this goes nowhere. That was just another way we could have gotten up to this point. And notice the way of the water here. It's, you know, we're definitely traveling in an upstream direction. So make mental note of that too. That way if you get yourself turned around, all you gotta do is look at the water to know which way you need to get, you know, get yourself going. So sometimes you'll see the markers lighting up, but they're not down at your level. They could be above you or below you. And you can see I got 3 enemies right there, but they're not within my field of view right now. And that's okay. We'll get up there here in just a moment. Check all these teepees, by the way, and check inside the bowls. You never know what you might find. I'm not going to promise they all have something, but you'll be surprised at how much you will find. Not only that, some of those books I mentioned, they'll be in these teepees as well. Alright, so from these teepees, I'm actually going to go up top side here, and there should be a Falmer popping out at us. Yeah, And there is. Oh, I totally missed that shot. Looks like Serana's going off on her own. Okay, just make your way up this winding pathway. That takes us to a treasure chest. Nowhere else to go up here, make your way back down, and this will take you to an option. You can go back down to the bottom, or take the land bridge. We're going to take the land bridge. Oh, there you are. Nuts. I knew he was going to do that as soon as I shot my arrow. Okay, now notice there's even more levels. So, you know, I'm already on the land bridge level, and there's a level above me with some wooden bridges. So yeah, this place can get real confusing real quick. And guys, we're going to hit all this stuff. But, you know, again, getting back to things being repetitious, I'm going to try to do a real good job of not getting you lost here along the way. Okay, now this is going to bring us right to another cave. I can't for the life of me remember what was in this one. Okay, wind your way through this cave a little ways and you'll come to a couple of Falmer. Try to stay on the walking path for now, at least. Alright, once you make your way down the massive winding walkway there... Actually, no loot down here, which is disappointing. Step right up, step right up. Come on. Well, guys, I didn't realize before I started getting into this video just how massive this whole Vale, you know, area was. And I already got to take a 1014. And for those of you who don't know what that means, that would be a bathroom break. Ooh, nice bell tomb there. Alright, once you got your chest, go ahead and go under this overhang path. And that'll bring you up top side to where there's some teepees. Nothing in that one. Continuing on through our passageway. Okay guys, so basically we just did a real fancy loop around here. We were on the top side and we went through this cave and we just popped out at the bottom down at the water line.
Where'd you come from?
Got a couple of surprises here to greet us. Wow, Serana resurrected that thing fast. It didn't even have time to die. Yeah, there's 3 of them. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and continue. Oh, thanks, Serana. She brought him right to me. I'm gonna go ahead and continue upstream if it'll let me. There might have to be some, you know, button spamming here on that jump button to get going. But there is some more, you know, good stuff here along the way. And I'm sure some more pop-up stuff. waterfall, dead end, but we're not quite at the end of this thing yet. Go ahead and use your ramp to get up topside. And remember I said make a mental note of this before? And I kind of showed you guys this land bridge and said there's Falmer over there. Yeah, so there's another loop around, and just to kind of give you a better frame of reference, I'll actually walk up there, but this is where those moonstone ore nodes were, and this is where that ore node was that was broken. So now we're back above Frozen Lake. And I'll go ahead and head back the way I came. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and loot this area since, you know, I'm here. And deal with these Falmer. Alright, so you can't go any more upstream than this. Now, I'm not going to go in here just yet. Guys, this is a big, complex cave. We're going to be coming back around to that, though. In fact, at some point, we do have to go that way to kind of proceed through the Vale. There's just a lot more over here, you know, to this part. And I want to make sure I'm thorough and we get everything. And really, I'm keeping a good, you know, sharp eye out to make sure I try to find all those books. Oh, that was disappointing. Alright, enough about that. Moving forward here. Got a chest on the right. No, just loose stuff. Alright, so we could go left or go right. I'm going to go right first to get this loot spot. And a TP. Alright, back down the way we came, and then we'll go ahead and get across this other bridge over here to where I could have gone left. There's going to be some loose lootables in this TP. And I've been up there before, and I can't remember if there's anything worthwhile, so I'm going to check it out anyway. Might have to do some button spamming to get yourself up here. Ruby, nice. Serrano must have got this one. Go ahead. Can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. I don't know where that just came from. I've been thinking about Shrek a lot lately. No idea why. Completely random. Alright, so just kind of zigzagging now through some more... Ooh, what's that? Shiny. I don't think I've been on top of this one. Alright, getting back to our land bridges here. Hawk feathers, nice. All sorts of goodies in that basket. Got a chest on the way. Oh yeah, here's another troll thing, I think. Yep. And another Paragon. Alright, that was a way out of the way spot. Now I think I pointed this loot spot out from like down below when I mentioned like there were different layers. Onions have layers, ogres have layers. So yeah, there's the first two TPs we hit, and then we kind of walked our way up there. And for right now, guys, that's pretty much it for this area. So I'm just going to make my way back now, upstream, you know, to where that dead ended into the cave that I said was kind of long and extensive. It's time. Just making sure I'm not missing any TPs, which I actually am. So there's another layer here. And again, I want to make sure we're not missing books. So I'm going to get back down to make sure I'm hitting that. That should be a safe drop. A little bit of a gamble there. Okay, so I'm now back to that cave opening. And instead of going in this time, I'm just going to stay at this level. Ooh, treasure chest. Nice. Okay, I just went around for a full circle, so that was the giant. I just zigged instead of zagged, so I really didn't need to take that fall damage after all. Okay, that was a little shortcut there. No fall damage, bonuses. Alright, I just found a book, so hopefully, you know, the time-lapse thing didn't throw you off too much. But that's when we were heading upstream, and that was that initial walking path we took to get up. And then I just simply kind of, you know, went around and followed the walking path, you know, I had to do a little bit of rock jumping here, but one way or another you could take that land bridge and just take this wooden bridge over, and that'll get you over here to this TP. That's number 3, so I'm missing number 2. Alright folks, once you're back up at, you know, where you can't go upstream any further, go ahead and duck on in the cave. That'll bring you to this thing. Buckle up, because you're going to be in here in a while. I think that's it for pop-outs at the time. Just as soon as I say that. Chitin bug helmet. Just a guy, you know, so hopefully you guys have a little bit... Jeez, I can't talk. Alright, here's that stone... No, wait. Bear with me while I get my bearings. It's been a hot minute. Okay, this is not the cliff wall that I thought it was going to be here. Okay, yeah, so we need to go over there. So I guess there's not really too much else going on up here. Oh yeah, this is the whole reason I came over here and I totally forgot about it and I just kind of ran right into them. There's nothing else going on there, so we're gonna backtrack. You'll have to give me a minute to get my bearings. Okay, I shouldn't have gone this way yet. Stand by. It might take me just a second to locate it though. I hear the war drum music playing, so there's something behind me. I'm gonna find an enchanting table and get that sucker taken. And I don't think I have paralyzed yet, so I'm definitely... It's okay, buddy. Take your time. Did he die? I don't think he died. I don't think he died. Really? Really?